Good evening, Overwatch fans. My name is Sean Gingerman Price, and I am joined by
Elijah Gadzooks 180 Harrington.
and we are back, the dynamic duo of the Overwatch commentators. Man, Eli, how does it feel to be back?
It feels great. You know, I was playing in the last match, but it was not the same as being here talking about playing.
Yeah. So, would you prefer the talking or would you prefer the actual playing?
Gameplay was stressful. I gotta be honest. It was like an uphill battle, really. You know, they were higher ranked than me, so it was a fight for sure. But I do obviously love commentating, especially with
Overwatch?
you.
Oh, thank you, bro. I really appreciate that.
No problem.
And are we already in game?
I think we're going into Lijiang Tower already.
We're already in game. Well, you know, before we get into the game, though, I think we want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, real quick. You know, they're really like the sole people that are like supporting this program. So on the left, we have Sporting Next Level, elevating our gamers to the next level. I know they have like a bunch of different coaching from like esports to like football and lacrosse. They're just an amazing place to have, and we're so grateful for them like sponsoring us.
No,
Skipping over. The Fred Nats, we have a big announcement. We have Colonial Internal Medicine Associates, you know. You're feeling a little bit sick, you know, you go over to the Colonial Internal Medicine Associates, they'll fix you right up. And then finally, we have the Fredericksburg Nationals, the local minor league baseball team in our area, and they're actually going to be hosting a Smash tournament with UMW. I believe it's going to be a local high school showdown. That'll be happening on March 2nd. You know, thank you so much for our sponsors. And, you know, let's get back into that game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get that gameplay. So it looks like there's a
we're probably
Lijiang Tower
right now,
already in. So it looks like we're going to have what type of comps do we have?
Looks like we got a Brig, Genji, Tracer, Winston. Can't say who that.
I want to say it's like a dive, because we got that Tracer Genji, right? They're really like trying to get into the back line. You know, Ana being able to provide that nano boost, and then like the Winston or the Genji, and then like the Brig is really good for like anti-dive, for providing that AOE healing. So as it seems right now, it looks like we're trying to go over to the left side of the Lijiang Tower. You know, the center area is a very hard point to get into. And once you grab a hold of it, it's very hard, to actually, take back control. So, I mean, what do you think that, UMW has to do in order to get that point?
Well, I think right now it's just their team is playing very grouped up, but that anti was absolutely beautiful,
Yeah,
just picking off, I think, one support?
One support, one DPS. They're able to get another support. You know, we have Zacharias on that Genji, focusing on that Ramatra, being able to secure that elimination alongside our tank, Pinsky. You know, since we automatically, just got into the game, we didn't really get to introduce our team members.
Yeah, no, Pinsky on tank, our resident tank player, one of a kind, absolutely cracked out of his mind. We got Zacharias, or Zach, on Genji, and then Carter, our team captain, Sneaky Squid, on our Tracer right there. We have Death Star on the Brig, Josh, which is not helpful considering our other support is Josh.
Yeah, and also Josh too. We have Joshua Byrne and Joshua Friedman. We have a Nano onto the Winston, trying to keep that Winston alive. But unfortunately, their Genji was able to get pick on both of our supports. However, Pinsky got a pick on the support, but it looks like that Howard CC Dragon, the team that we are facing today, are going to be able to secure that point again. This is very much a back and forth match.
Yes.
Very interesting. To not one team hasn't been able to keep a hold of that point for long, which can be seen as a good thing.
Yeah, no, and I think it has to do with the new patch that came out today at 2 o'clock.
That patch we never got to talk about.
Yeah, we did not. I went into this almost instantly.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. I know we started stream early to be able to talk about this patch, but we just went straight into it before. So I'm glad we started stream early. But do you want to tell us about this patch?
So the patch has overall an increase on projectile sizes of all kinds and varieties. Just actually, it's a pretty big increase. I was doing some testing today and I saw a lot of shots that I probably shouldn't hit. Looks like we're going in, charging the fight.
Oh, enemy Ramatra pops an ultimate, but Sneaky Squid was able to get a pick onto their DPS, I think. And then Stalking Bay able to get a pick on their DPS. Very well played. Pinsky coming and securing an elimination onto the Genji, and then Zach able to also secure the pick on their support. It looks like they are able to take control of this point once again, due to Pinsky and Zacharias capping. Good job, UMW.
So I think that while we're in a little bit of downtime, I should probably mention one of the biggest changes is that the DPS role has a new passive in which when they deal damage, the person they dealt damage to for 2 seconds gets 20% less healing. So as you're probably noticing, like, not a lot of healing is going around, or a lot of people are kind of starting to get shredded almost before being eliminated, and that's because of that new passive. So looks like what we're seeing here is Genji popping the nano blade. Also seeing a sound barrier on the enemy side. It seems like just a bunch of bolts coming out from both teams, trying to keep it even, keep it gameplay. But we are 3 to 4, it looks like right now. Yep. We're just gonna see our team grouping up, waiting, standing back, hoping to get probably a pick or two. Seeing Carter make that quick play to try and get on point, capture as fast as possible.
Very well played. Look, we have Zach coming on the right side, trying to see if they can get a pick onto Sojo, but they're able to get into the immortality field and keep her alive. We have Sneaky Squid on the Tracer trying to get a pick onto the Lucio, but had to dip out. And looks like they're going to lose the first round to, not the first round, the first, I guess, map on Lijiang Tower.
Yeah, only by 14 points though. That was a very even, close game the whole time, I would say.
It was. Oh, looks like we actually get to see our teams. You know, since we didn't get to introduce them really, I mean, I guess we kind of like brushed over them. It looks like on the left we have our tank, Pinsky. After that we have Zacharias, one of our DPSs. Our team captain, Sneaky Squid Carter, you know, another one of our DPSs. And then our 2 supports, Josh and Josh, Docking Bay and Death Star.
Yeah, no, I also see that in the chat we have a Get Dirty.
Go Wash! Woo!
Absolutely. I'm thinking that we're probably going to see a pretty good comeback here coming up pretty soon. I think this match is good. I'm wondering what comps, like, obviously this new patch has really thrown us all around comp-wise. There's no right or wrong person to play right now, as everyone's kind of figuring out what works and what really doesn't. You can hear gameplay, cannot see it. That's okay, we'll get that up and running in just a couple seconds. It sounds like we are running a D.Va. Here Elims. Everything sounds like it's going really well. Seems like there's some gameplay in that corner. Let's watch that. We got Baby D.Va. Looks like we won the first fight, or maybe not the first fight, but the second right after they captured it.
Sorry about that, folks. You know, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties on our production side of things. Whenever we're trying to go onto the gameplay, there is no gameplay like option. So we cannot see the full screen for some reason, which is odd because we had that at the very start. I'm not exactly sure what happened. However, this was the best alternative that we could find for gameplay in the top right corner of our screen.
I think I'll go take a look at it.
You'll go take a look? Alright, so I can, you know, try to do my best to commentate. I'm very sorry about the small screen, but we can try to do our best here. So it looks like we have Pinsky trying to, you know, provide support for the team with that defense matrix. So he made a swap off of the tank Winston, one of the dive tanks in Overwatch, into D.Va, another dive tank. The special thing about D.Va is that she has this defense matrix. It's a very strong shield that blocks any projectiles that shoots into it. Now it looks like we have the point is completely uncapped. Howard CC Dragon was able to, you know, cap that point. It looks like we're fighting off screen. So I guess one of the things that kind of happened in the patch notes that I guess we never got to brush upon was that there was a big health increase for all of the players. You know, all heroes were able to get an increase in their health pool, which increases the survivability of all the heroes.
Overall, yeah, in general.
So it looks like, are we able to get back on the gameplay? There it was.
Go.
What happened?
It was just a little simple fix. No one's fault, absolutely. It was just might have been a misclick. I'm not exactly sure.
So it looks like we have 2 ultimates going down. We have a Curie ult and a D.Va bomb, and they're able to get 2 picks off of that, and now they're just trying to capture that point. The BAP was just capping it, but or I guess preventing from capture, but they're able to get a pick onto the map and take control of that point again. Now, they do have 87%, so if they cap this point again, they're most likely going to win this point. It's quite scary.
But we do have Diva, and I'm thinking that she's going to be really good just because her defense matrix is really going to help to shut down that new DPS passive. You know,
right, the damage reduction, the damage reduction, and the heal reduction.
And I think that as we go on throughout this patch, I think that's really what we're going to see a lot of teams focus on is playing more defensively to prevent that DPS passive.
So it looks like Howard CC Dragon was able to wipe out UMW. It looks like they're going to be able to capture this point and win this first round.
You know, that happened.
It definitely
was a control point.
It was
right?
a
control point is a very kind of back and forth game mode, and sometimes it just doesn't go your way. But that's why we play best of 5.
Right.
So we absolutely have the ability to bring this back and really close it off with a real kicker.
Now, my guess is, what do you think we're going to see next? Because now it's going to be our pick, if I do believe, right? That we get to pick the map.
Yes.
So my guess is we're going to see either Coliseo, which is our push map.
I don't think we do push yet. I think we do.
Sure.
What do we do?
I thought it would be it's either. I think it's going to be either hybrid with King's Row, or Coliseo with as our push map.
Not exactly sure how it goes.
But whatever the case is, I'm excited to see it into round 2. So now this is a best of 5 match. So Howard CC Dragon or UMW have to win 3 of the 5 games or 5 rounds in order to take home this win. So I see in the comments though, we see Get Dirty.
Go Wash!
Woo!
We got a couple messages. I see DOD4728. Go Pinsky. That's my brother. I know him. That's Eli. He tunes in to not me though. Not me. But that's Eli. That's Pinsky's brother. He tunes into the Smash streams all the time.
Ooh.
I also see Brassy, my friend.
All right.
An absolute Chad and a champ, Brassy, also saying, "Get dirty, go wash." Absolutely.
Woo! Get dirty, go wash. Now, we're in a little bit of the lull, so we can really go over all the patch notes. Then, because we talked about the HP increase, we talked about that damage passive. What else was there?
Other than the overall, always 8. Yo, shout me out too. There you go.
There he is.
Always 8.
Always 8.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
Always 8.
Yeah.
All right. So I remember they also did a hero rework, if I'm not mistaken, on Farah.
Farah. Yes.
They made her more mobile in the air.
And you know what? That's true to an extent. I was out. I was testing her. I was playing her 2 o'clock once the season started.
Yeah.
I was on and I was playing. She's interesting. She has to land in now to refuel fuel.
Oh, so she doesn't get it in the air?
She does not get it in the air. She has to
okay.
touch the ground. Her jump though, the one that boosted her in the air, that gives her half.
Oh, that's that
refills half her fuel.
Oh, okay.
And then she now has an alt fire. Well, it's the alt fire button, but it pushes her horizontally in a direction that she can shoot.
So like the Hanzo dash.
Yes,
but
Hanzo, Lifeweaver, yeah, like one of those dashes.
That's interesting. I'm quite excited to try it out when I get to play my Overwatch games.
Yeah, no. So from our team, it looks like we're playing Lucio, which to me is a little unexpected because this new DPS passive, I will say, trivializes Lucio's healing a decent bit. So we're gonna have to really see how they play this. I assume they're gonna use speed a lot more than healing, probably.
I think Docking Bay is going to be the main support in this time. It's going to really be focusing on those right clicks on those bionic healing grenades in order to keep the team alive. So Sneaky Squid trying to separate the tank from the enemy team, successfully doing so and able to get a pick off of it. Very well played by Carter, Sneaky Squid. So now it looks like it's going to fall back, reset. They really don't want to, push any more than they already have to, because they have to hold this point, and if they hold this point, it means that they're probably going to capture it. So it's going to wait for that tank reset and then try to do it again.
That was a really good play, and I hope.
Oh, unfortunately, Sneaky Squid gets headshotted by the Hanzo, who is notorious for doing that.
Yeah, even though he can't do that on a full health hero anymore. So because of the health buff, Hanzo normally just cannot one-shot headshot. They do have to be damaged a bit, but
It looks like we're going to be giving up the first point, you know, letting them have it. And they'd rather not, like, give ult charge or, you know, have to, like, you know, get eliminated and then respawn and come all the way back. Whoa! Alright, that was a very good pick by Zacarius. That was a very nice headshot with that, the railgun?
Yes, railgun fire.
So, looks like now the Ramatra pick versus the Ramatra. The Ramatra mirror match. You know, I really think it's that due to that ultimate, that Nemesis, that it was like that huge, like this area denial ult that he had. It was get those people off the cart.
Yeah, no, I think Nemesis form, I think his shield and his kind of like poke damage that he has with his primary fire out of Nemesis form is really good. As we saw there, their Ana got an anti-off.
And the Hanzo was able to clean everyone up, unfortunately. But they still have to push the payload all the way to that final point in order to finish this round. So it's still on the up. We can still hold them.
Absolutely. I mean, we're coming up on pretty much every single ult on our team. So I'm hoping to see a really good combination here with probably a tank ult and maybe someone else. Looks like that Genji's kind of playing up top, really just
playing that high ground.
Yeah, playing that high ground, get some poke damage off.
It looks like Josh is in a very good position right now, able to see his tank and try to keep him alive, throwing out an immortal field. But unfortunately, no immortal field for himself. And he was able to get picked. Now, looks like the Lucio and the Ramatra trying to fall back, but the Genji was able to get a pick on Pinsky, and it looks like Zach is just waiting for his team to respawn.
Yeah, no, I think in these kinds of situations, it's a very like we need to go ahead and pop an ult or two, maybe just try and really even the playing field. Maybe take a more aggressive approach right here, considering their Hanzo's.
Their Hanzo's able to get these sneaky headshots onto our team and able to get those picks. It looks like we have Death Star going in with a speed boost, you know, trying to see if he can get in. But it looks like with that pick on Zach, unfortunately, he's not able to do much. We have a Nemesis coming out from Pinsky, that Nemesis ult that I was talking about before, you know, trying to keep him alive. I think he might have to drop barriers. You know, Lucio the beat drop, you know, keep him alive. It looks like he was able to fall back just in time. Able to push him off that point. See a window going down from Docking Bay from Josh, but unfortunately they popped their own Nemesis and a Hanzo and a Genji Blade, I think, and we're just able to wipe out our team.
Not Genji Blade, they used Genji Blade.
Oh, they still do have Genji Blade up on the top. So I see a Brassy redeemed a Get Dirty.
Go wash.
Yes, sir. Looks like Zacarius, you know, spamming that rail fire, able to get some picks. Is he able to get a pick on that Ana? Yes, sir. Is he going to get the Ramatra and get the clean sweep? And looks like he is. Now, I will say, Zach, if you do watch the stream back, you had better click F8.
Yes, click F8.
Please click F8.
We want those clips. We want to make a highlight reel for Overwatch.
And we need clips to do that.
Yes, we do.
Zach, I'm watching you.
I see we got the Arcane Warlock. That's also my friend, Assault. Love you. Big Floppa, 682. You got this, Zarius. That's my little brother. I did not know he had siblings.
Yeah, RJ.
I did not know that.
I've heard tales about him. They play games all the time.
That's crazy. Oh.
That was an amazing headshot made by Zacarius. Unfortunately, was not able to get a pick. We have an anti going out from their Ana. And then we get a pick onto one of our DPSs.
Enemy popping the sound barrier. Really just not a good spot to be in here in this kind of situation.
Jake's just trying to stay alive, trying to keep that point from moving forward, but unfortunately, it looks like they're going to be able to cap and get. Oh no, they were able to teleport in. Are we going to have a? We do not have a death blossom up just yet. It looks like Sneaky Squid. Oh, he's right there. He's right there. Oh. Unfortunately, he was just not able to get enough ult charge and pop that Death Blossom, and the Nemesis ult goes through.
You know, and I think, to be honest, a lot of this is also just our kind of situation of we're playing on a patch note today. I mean, this is everything's new. especially with this patch notes. I mean, it feels like we're playing a different game almost half the time.
This is the biggest patch change in
We've
Overwatch
seen
in
a
Overwatch 2
long
history,
time.
right?
Yeah, I mean, since Overwatch 2 was like the big patch, the big
The big like
change up.
hoorah.
Yeah, but this is something else. I mean, I think we're seeing that that passive is for DPS, and I know I keep talking about. I think it's so oppressive. I
That
think it
grievous
is.
wound.
Yeah, I think we're probably gonna see sooner than later, maybe. We're probably gonna see a nerf on either that passive, or we're gonna see a change to how it necessarily works.
What do you think they would change necessarily?
I think either the percentage of the heals, or maybe the length of the proc. I'm not too sure how they would change it or what they do. I just think it takes out a lot of things that probably shouldn't be taken out. Like as we saw there, sneaking on the Reaper was he was shooting,
shredding them.
Yeah, he was shredding a Ramatra, and normally in those cases in the old game, I say old. I mean,
game.
it's
The
yesterday.
game literally like
You
before
would
2
see-
o'clock.
You'd see him basically at full health the whole time, but because the DPS could hit him and he was getting less heals. Sombra gameplay.
Look at
Tracer
the
up
teams.
top.
Looks like we have a Sombra Zacarias, a Sombra Sojo. Looks like a mix of dive and poke. And then we also have a dive tank, that D.Va. That D.Va really showing through. I do think she has become one of the strongest tanks in the game with this new patch.
Yeah, D.Va? Yeah, she
D.Va.
is a really strong tank. I'm also thinking, so Carter there wasn't able to get out, but Sombra's really good. I was playing earlier and I got shredded by Sombra.
Really?
Yeah, I was getting ticked off too. She's very strong in this match, so I'm hoping to see a lot more
Sombra?
good plays, yeah, from our Sombra, Carter.
So it looks like we're being held by the front gate. You know, really, it's the first like hole that you have to get through on King's Row. This is definitely one of the hardest spots in the map attacking because it's just such a narrow opening. But we were able to get through and are trying to reclaim that high ground. That was a pretty good Suzo made by Death Star, you know, cleansing all the damage from that Tracer Bomb. However, the Hanzo pops his ultimate right when he heard the Suzu and was able to get a pick onto Death Star. But Zacarias is able to not clean house, but, you know, pick up an elimination on the enemy team, and it looks like there's just not enough, and they're going to fall back.
Yeah, and an incredible escape there by Zach too. That quick get out really
Using that
helped.
movement.
Yeah.
But what do you think UMW needs to do to just get through that initial point? You know, just get that push.
I think we really need to compete with this Ramatra. I think he's keeping a lot of pressure on, and I think that those DPS that he's got kind of like spread out, whether it be the Hanzo or their Tracer, they're keeping pressure on at different points around us. Yeah, and as we kind of see that, like, if we look
Hanzo.
in one direction, someone else is in that other direction, really
Right.
keeping that pressure on.
So it looks like we have a Sombra swap to Reaper, you know, try to deal with that Ramatra. But, you know, the Hanzo and the Tracer are able, you know, the Hanzo gets that body shot, and the Tracer comes in and it's like cleans up.
Yeah.
A very, very deadly combo by Howard CC Dragon.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if, because there's really no other
Another
approach
Hanzo ultimate.
to
Jeez.
this entryway. It's a very strong choke, so I'm just wondering if there's something to really effectively do here.
You see a BAP window going down by the enemy team, and, you know, the Tracer is getting the behind, you know, just picking off eliminations. It looks like, I think what happened there was that our tank Pinsky was trying to push forward alongside Carter, our DPS, but, you know, our support and our other DPS were still in the backline. That Tracer was able to circle around and get a pick onto our supports.
Yeah, no. Really good gameplay by both teams. It's just so much pressure from Howard CC right there.
That Hanzo and that Tracer, you know, popping ultimates left and right. It looks like Pinsky's going to have to switch into Nemesis form, which gives him bonus health just to get out of there.
And speed. Speed's him up too. Yep.
Oh, it gives him. Oh, yeah, just give him a little bit of speed.
We're getting a lot of pokey game, a lot of. There we go.
There we go. We have a good
pick
ultimate made
Zacharias.
by Zacharias.
Oh
able to
my
get another
gosh.
pick on the Hanzo and onto the what was that? The Kiriko. The Baptiste. You know, that was an amazing play by the Zacharias, but unfortunately, you know, Pinsky was not able to get his ultimate up, and it's unfortunately there's not able to, you know, touch the point and cap it. So the second round goes to Howard CC.
Yeah, and an unfortunate play there towards the end where we kind of just let that Tracer run rampant. I think that whole entire round, I would say, it was just.
Didn't know Hanzo did that.
Yeah, I think that's the. I guess it's not new anymore. It came out last year, the Valentine's Day pack that you could get for him. But it looks a little bit funny without the the Valentine's Day skin. Yeah, it's just.
Isn't it like a Cupid skin or something like that?
Yeah, he's got Cupid skin.
Oh man.
No, I think in that situation that we came across, I think it was a very split focus kind of match, and we didn't do ourselves any favors. I think necessarily, but I think we had the right idea towards the end. We started cleaning the house a little bit more. I think maybe we should have tried to use an ult or two to push in a little bit earlier, probably because I think we probably could have won in one big push. It probably would have cost us 2, maybe 3 ults, but I think we definitely could have
gotten that like initial push and able to like, get to the point. Well, it's easier said than done.
Absolutely.
But it looks like we have some upchuck saying, "Are you winning?" We're about to be. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
We are down 2 games. However, I do believe in a reverse sweep. You know, you ever play
You always have
Flashpoint?
to believe in
In
reverse-
Flashpoint, right? You know, you win the first 2 rounds, and then, you know, speaking of Flashpoint, we're going on to Junkertown, a Flashpoint map.
No, Junkertown is.
Not Junkertown?
Junkertown is push.
No,
Not push.
No, there it is. There's
okay.
New Junk City.
New Junkertown.
See, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, see, because Junkertown is the
It's the push map.
escort.
Yeah, that's the escort. Yeah.
Escort map, and they also reworked it. It's new. The first point of Junkertown, old Junkertown, the escort map is new. They changed stuff. They put in buildings and there's
What?
a water. It's to prevent like long distance snipers like
Oh,
Widow from really like having
okay.
free reign in the play. It's interesting. I haven't played on it. I saw some of the updates.
You're excited?
Once I get some schoolwork done. Always do your schoolwork, kids.
You're a student first.
Student first. Once I get some schoolwork done, I'm definitely gonna go in and check out some of the maps. Probably play a few matches with my friends. Stay away from comp for a little bit.
Sounds good. So it looks like we have Cheddar Queso, you know, returning viewer. I remember, you know, last game, you know, we were talking about like, you know, like it's like queso its own cheese. And I believe it comes in the sense of it is its own cheese.
I think it is. I think it's a uniquely
Queso-y
Latin.
cheese.
I think it's a Latin.
Latin.
I don't know what they used to make it though. And now that you've asked that question, like my brain hurts. I'm trying to think.
Well, like usually, I mean,
It's cheese, but like what cheese?
this past weekend I went to a Mexican restaurant and they have the queso, and I thought, you know, queso was like more of like a Mexican like dipping sauce, you know. That's why I was like, oh yeah, we're like some like chips and some salsa and some queso.
I mean, cheese in Spanish is just queso.
Is it?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just like tripping. I think I'm mad tripping right now.
Maybe I don't know, but I think you're making me trip now.
I don't know. This is very a revelation, some would say. But you know, let's get into the game of Flashpoint on New Junk City.
Yeah, so we're seeing what we like to call a rush comp, which is we're going for speed and a lot of damage out. So you see, we got the Jumper Queen, we got the Lucio, we got the Genji,
Reaper, you know, we got 2 shotgun characters, you know, able to get up close, get personal, and able to dish out a lot of damage.
Cause a lot of chaos.
Looks like we have a Junkrat
coming in
behind.
from behind.
Looks like
He was one of the few characters to actually get a nerf on his projectile size.
But it looks like Zacharias was able to get a pick onto the Junkrat and were able to try to see if they can get a hold of that point. It looks like the Reaper and the Lucio are trying to, pressing that Winston. He has to jump away, and we are allowed to capture this point. You know, Winston, trying to jump in, but Zacharias, dashing up and like, no, you ain't getting away. A Life Weaver on the enemy team. This is the first time I really think I've seen a Life Weaver in one of these games.
I think that life grip really is going to come in handy with the Winston getting him out of those sticky situations, like the one he was just in.
Right.
but the Life Weaver wasn't there.
Well, he was
So,
not there. So I guess kind of explain how Flashpoint works. I don't think we really explained it. So there are 5 capture points, and it's best 3 of 5. If you capture 3 capture points on this one map, you win the battle. So right now we're halfway to capturing the first point. And so it looks like, are we able to get a couple of picks? Unfortunately not. The Tracer was able to get a pick onto Pinsky, but Zach was able to get a pick onto Lucio. Next he'll be trying to target that Tracer and get another pick on the Ana.
God.
He gets 2 dashes. Is he able to get another pick? Yes, he is.
Hit F8, hit
F8,
F8,
F8, F8, F8. Please.
That was absolutely. I can't wait to see some Genji Blade F8s.
We love some
coming out.
F8, and because of those amazing dashes, I don't think Howard CC Dragon's going to be able to touch this point before they can capture it.
I think they might be able to get someone on if they're
No.
fast, but I think they're just gonna play
First
for
point
next.
goes to, you know,
An insane
University of
slash by our tank Pinsky. Looks like we're gonna start playing back then. We'll play a little bit. Ooh, see, we got split there. I think it's really a situation.
they're just trying to run away or
Where are we
maybe
going?
reset.
What are we doing?
Because right now, we're in the point of, next point hasn't spawned in, and we're just trying to move to that next point. So I'm surprised, honestly, that Pinsky was able to survive that. He was in there pretty deep.
Yeah.
But thanks to our supports, you know, his woundage, like, you know, that wherever he applies a bleeding stack, he gets a little bit of health back. He was able to survive that.
Yeah, no, we see Brassy in chat. It's all good, boys. Let's see what happens next round. Absolutely, and as we can see, it's already going pretty well.
Pretty well.
The Arcane Warlock also redeemed a Get Dirty.
Go Wash! Woo! It looks like we have a rampage going out from Pinsky, applying the antidote, trying to see if they can get a pick onto that Ana. Looks like they're not able to. Genji on the enemy team pops a blade, but Zacharias is able to get a pick onto the Ana. Whatever happened to that Genji? I don't know where he is. Oh, there he is. But unfortunately, Pinsky is he going to be able to finish him off? On behind?
Where is he?
Oh, he was jumping all over
Genji
the
was
place.
being a Genji man.
He was
that's for
like
sure.
double jumping all
Yeah,
around.
it is.
But unfortunately, we were not able to get a push on that point. Howard CC Dragon continues to cap the first point. So it looks like I think we have one more good push before they're able to capture.
We've got almost every ult other than Tangled. I really think that there's little they can do to stop us in this situation.
I think a good Death Blossom by Sneaky Squid would be amazing right now. If they're all crowded in one place. Looks like we're trying to get into that high ground with that speed boost. You know, the Lucio jumping in, trying to apply a little bit of charge for Zarya. But Sneaky Squid able to get a pick onto Lucio. But their enemy Sojo is able to, you know, pop her ultimate overclock and get a pick onto, you know, almost our entire team.
I will say that was a bit of commentator's curse with me saying there's little they could do. I forgot Sojo ult. Sojo ult is strong, very strong.
Quite powerful, but now, you know, it's basically 0-0 again.
Yeah, no, 1-1. This could go anyone's direction right now. I think we're already here at point. I think we're just kind of waiting to see. Looks like they're gonna get on first and kind of start setting up, which we probably shouldn't have let happen as much, but that's okay.
They're just waiting for our
Better
team
better to be with the team than to be set up without the tank.
Looks like we're trying to push up onto the right, try to see if we can get onto the point. We have a shout coming out from Jake, from Pinsky. Jake Pinsky with Pinsky. We have a Death Blossom coming out from Carter. Zacharias able to get a pick onto the enemy Sojo. Quite a powerful, you know, adversary to take out. We have a dash going through like 2 of the members, and they're able to get a pick onto all 3 of them, it looks like. Good job, UMW, and they're able to capture that point. So it looks like Cheddar Queso responded with a queso is just Spanish for cheese.
I knew it.
You were correct.
My 3 years of high school Spanish that ended up with me barely being able to know any Spanish. I remember queso. I also remember
queso?
lechuga.
I remember la biblioteca is the library and la leche is milk.
Lechuga is lettuce. I remember
Lechuga?
lettuce.
That sounds very lettuce.
I know, right?
Lechuga.
Lechuga.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we still have 3 ults. Looks like,
we have a
we're seeing
rampage
Pinsky
going out with
ult.
Pinsky and Genji
Along
Blade
with-
also. We have Zach getting into the backline trying to get a pick onto all the supports, and he was able to, you know, with that increased decreased slash time, you know, you see that they reduced the slash time from 0.9 seconds to 0.7. So I think he's able to get an extra Genji slash in, and it looks like
I feel like it's like 5. Like, I don't know. I've never really played Genji, but it looks so much faster than before, and I think I just haven't paid attention.
attention. I can't play Genji. No matter how I do, I can never play.
It's something else. Respect to all the Genji players that exist in the world. they'll put in the Lord's work.
And the Lord, but we were able to capture that second point. So now UMW just has to capture one more point.
Yeah, and I think
they will win this round.
The gameplay that we're seeing right now, I think this is pretty much. This is we're in a really good spot. We've got one ult, and we're coming up on both supports. We already have one. We're coming up on the other soon.
And we do have that Genji, break it down. That beat drop. So it looks like a Baptiste window going from Howard CC, trying to apply that amplified damage, but we choose to hide behind cover. Exactly, they would get a pick onto the Elmore field, so the Baptiste is, no longer able to do anything. Actually, was that a Genji deflect from Sojo's ultimate onto that battlefield?
I think it was.
Quite impressive. Looks like we're fighting for this point right now. No pick for able to be made. That was an amazing
what a
deflect. Because we saw that that Zarya pop ultimate, and he just immediately flicked to that Sojo because he knows that Sojo is going to try to headshot him. And he's like, nah, not today. And able to get a pick on that, and they're able to capture the point.
No, that was absolutely incredible. I think right there, that all that focus on Zach and all the damage that they tried to pummel into him, and he just deflected almost all of it. I think that really helped the team win the fight, just because they were so focused on the Genji, and it did nothing essentially.
Right. So it looks like we got a couple of Zacharias fans in chat. Zach's the best Overwatch player.
I don't think they've seen me play, so it's fine.
I haven't seen you play yet.
Yeah.
Zach with an amazing 5K. Zach is really popping off today.
Yeah, no, he really is. He's absolutely cracked on Genji. I've seen his gameplay multiple times. I've been part of his gameplay too. I've played with him a bit. Absolutely incredible.
Looks like
we're just
Pinsky is able to gets a couple of picks off, and this Howard CC Dragon is just not able to get onto this point. 17%, 15% left on this point, and it looks, I'm not sure if Howard CC Dragon is going to be able to touch. It looks like they swapped to the Soldier and the Wrecking Ball, try to keep them on, but I don't think they're able to do it, and they're able to win this round.
An absolutely incredible match. I mean, all three rounds that we saw, we kept up good pressure. We kept up, we focused on what they had and kind of played around it, with that exception of the Sojo ult that one time.
Right.
That was a fluke. That was a fluke.
If you go fishing for a fluke, it's the most common fish in the sea. So if you go fishing for one, you might just catch it.
I didn't know that. I'm not a fisher.
Not a fisher? That's fair enough, fair enough. So now it is 2-1. Howard CC Dragon in the lead. Now, what do you think we're going to be seeing next? Because we've had Flashpoint. We've had Hybrid.
Push. We must do push. Or an escort.
Yeah, push or escort.
But what I am seeing right now is a get dirty.
Go wash! Woo!
Absolutely incredible gameplay, as you all witnessed. All viewers got to see firsthand the insane gameplay
that the University of Mary Washington, can pump out. Like I was saying in the last stream, it's that we've been practicing all of winter break.
Yes,
right?
we have.
We were pushing our ranks up, getting them into a higher position than they once were before, and we are now a mostly masters team.
Yes, I think we just have two that aren't masters. And even then, they're very high.
They're very high rank or close to
it.
So we are pushing that average on the way up. We're always on the up and up. So I see, always 8, getting a let's go UMW.
And then also, we just got a follow this minute. It's my mom, I'm pretty sure.
That's your mom?
I'm fairly certain.
Eli mom?
I think
Mrs.
so.
Gadzooks?
Mrs. Gadzooks. Yeah, Mrs. Gadzooks.
Thank you,
180.
Mrs. Gadzooks.
I think.
For
I'm
following.
not sure. I'll probably get a text and be like, that's not me.
Oh, well, you know what? If it is, great. If not,
thank
we
still
you anyway
greatly
for the follow.
appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Man, it's just coming off that high. And
Go wash!
Woo! So,
5 minutes, we're gonna get a confirmation as to whether or not that's my mom.
But so where were we? We got we had Flashpoint, we had Hybrid, and we had Control Point.
So I think we're either gonna see push or an escort, and I think it's escort then push, maybe. But I think it also is their choice.
It's their pick because they lost this round. So I'm wondering what we're going to be seeing. My guess is going to be the escort map, and it's going to be the casino.
I think casino. I think they could do casino. It is their choice, actually. Now that I think about it.
It is their choice, but that is my guess. What's your guess?
I think my guess, if it's an escort, I think we might try Junkertown.
You think we're gonna see some Junkertown?
I think it'd be a good experience to get in that new fresh version of the map, to get it in a competitive setting. So I think that it'd be a really good situation. I also think, we got Chance, one of our Smash players. Oh yeah, Zach Genji.
I think they're now just seeing that clip.
I think they.
Or
Which
that
clip,
clip,
man?
that
There was
clip.
like
I
four.
guess the times that Zacarias popped off.
Yeah, I know he was going crazy. But anyways, it's push.
It's push, and it's not the map that I thought. It is that
New
one
Queen
Canada
Street.
map that I can never remember the name of.
New Queen Street.
What?
New Queens Street.
New Queen Street.
Yeah.
That one Canada map.
So actually, you can reveal yourself in chat, Brassy. Brassy's Canadian. He's been to New Queen Street.
Really?
Yes.
Is it just like that?
I don't know. There's no big robot with
What?
with barriers.
You're telling me.
I was extremely upset when I found out too. I was livid. I was, and there's no big hockey statue. I don't think.
That's so lame.
Oh, as we just saw, Tim Beansons is actually a spoof on the very famous coffee place in Canada, Tom Hortons. I think.
I'm not a coffee drinker.
Neither am I.
I think coffee tastes like boiled dirt. Unpopular opinion. I think it is.
I don't like coffee
bad.
either. I think it tastes so bad as well. I don't
It
voice
is
that
awful.
opinion. We live in a world of coffee drinkers, my friend.
We do, and they're living in a false reality.
We are the 1% that doesn't drink coffee.
You know what? They always say the vocal minority.
Hey, yeah, I know.
But, enough about coffee and more about Overwatch.
So we're playing the same comp as before. Just a really good rush comp, which is really good for pushes. We're gonna kind of push in and just shred them as much as possible in this first fight to really gain an early lead. What we want.
We really just want to capture this initial point. It looks like Zach already got hit by, I think, a Hanzo shot, and was just not able to get, has to get healed up from Docking Bay. Looks like they're running that Zarya, that Hanzo. It would just be like mad aggressive onto our back line. The Tracer trying to get the Kiriko, but plays a very well placed Suzu and able to keep her alive. Looks like Genji is able to get a pick onto his brother Hanzo. Good job Zacarias. More accurate. But it looks like we're going to have to give this first initial push to Howard CC. Zach not able to.
That could have been a really good pick to get just to spread out their spawns. We're seeing, I think they just got to the end of the last round, so we're seeing some get dirty.
Go wash. Woo!
We're seeing some way to goes, let's goes, yeah. And I think we really need that energy going into this next round too. We're just keeping it. We need to keep. Oh,
that was a very well placed Jagged Blade.
Very clean bubble by their tank, but it seems like we're trying to get the picks on both supports. Really keep pressure. Someone should go capture that.
Capture that card. I was assuming one of the support supply fall back, but it looks like Pinsky might be falling back for it. Oh no, they got it. So the Tracer trying to prevent that capturing, but teleports away, and they're just keeping it there. So there's the Hanzo ultimate coming out, those twin dragons, and just blocking off any ways of escape for our team, and it looks like they're able to continue pushing that robot further and further.
So I think what we're seeing here is a lot of pressure by the support, not supports, their DPS again. I think we're seeing in the backline, we're seeing more of that Tracer coming in, pulling off a couple picks on our supports, which is not doing us any favors. And then Hanzo is being Hanzo. I mean, he's getting stuff done.
We have here beat drop from the enemy Luso, able to keep that Baptiste alive. He just jumping up and down, and it looks like that was a very nice deflect made by Zacarias, able to headshot that Hanzo, send that arrow back to him. And so it looks like we have Telly with a prime.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. We wish Fortnite all the luck in the world for whenever you guys play next. I think this is Friday.
I want to say it's Friday.
Thursday. So good luck Thursday. Also, it is my mom.
It is Mama Gadzooks.
It is. Miss Gadzooks 180.
Looks like we have a Katsune ultimate. Wow, I stumbled over my words right there. from Docking Bay. They're able to get, I think, 2 picks onto their team right now, onto both their DPSs. Are they able to pick onto that Baptiste?
Oh, yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Was able to do that.
Zach's going crazy right now. Seems like it's just,
But,
yep,
Sneaky Squid is also going crazy too. I think he got 3 of those 5 picks in that last bout.
Yeah, no.
Good job to Sneaky Squid. Good job to Carter.
Yeah, so I do want to say what I think we're going to see a lot of in this upcoming patch is a lot of consistency. So I think we're going to see characters like Sojo, Soldier, Bastion, people who can just keep up constant damage to keep that debuff of the 20% less healing just on at all times. So I think Soldier is a really good play here. Another follow, V8 Serpent. Thank you so much. That was a minute ago. I don't think we caught that, but we caught it now.
Looks like we have a Jungle Queen ultimate coming out. And we're gonna pick onto that Lucio, and then also get Genji 2 Genji Blade kills on their DPS and their tank. Are they able to clean up that final Tracer? Yes, they are. And they have
F8.
a team elimination. F8.
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 We're gonna find out that he's never clicked that button.
Nope. I don't think he'll ever click that
It's gonna
button.
make us cry. Not literally. Well, maybe. I don't know.
Well, we'll see though.
We'll see.
We'll see. It looks like we are about to get the next capture point. So now we have pushed up spawn point, which is quite nice. The shout coming in from Pinsky, trying to apply that forward pressure, but that barrier, coming
Definitely
up
wanna
from
play
the
it
team.
back.
Falling back. We have an ultimate coming out from Carter, but that Sojo tractor beam or whatever it's called, railgun, through the Baptiste ultimate. Really, just does a lot of damage.
I think that situation was just a little bit bad. I think we probably should have saved Soldier ult there and just played really far, not really far back, but really behind cover as much as possible there, because that's not a good situation to be in, facing that wall.
Now it looks like we're waiting to regroup, get all the team together so that we can try to push them again. But it looks like Tower TC Dragon, just pushing that robot back to where it was before UMW was able to take control over it. Looks like we have an ultimate coming out of with that Kitsune ultimate and that rush. We have a shout coming up from Pinsky, trying to find another pick. But it looks like Tower TC Dragon's like, oh, we lost our tank. We should not be here,
Panic.
and we should fall back.
Like when you cut the head off a chicken, it kind of just runs around and
doesn't
know what to do.
Like the nervous system is still going.
That was morbid.
But I get the point. I get the point.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're just pushing that point back to where it was before. And that fight didn't even happen before. An amazing Susu into beat drop on both of our supports. Well done. And we have Pinsky getting to pick onto the Lucio, and then Zach able to get a pick onto both the DPS and their last support. I think Zach able to get a quick melee kill.
You can just get the pick on the tank right here. Boom, boom, bang. There we
yeah,
go.
There it
An
is.
incredible stagger. That is going to be extremely useful for the next fight. The team really going to be unable to do anything until they wait for that tank to spawn in again. But even then, I think we're doing good right now. I think even with their tank, they can't really compete. We've got a solid make right here. Solid team.
We're finally able to get into the lead. We're a solid 20, 30 meters ahead.
Yeah.
Very well played. Looks like we just got a rampage. It's able to pop it right there. I think we hit 2 of them. We have a Genji ultimate. Actually, yes, we do have a Genji ultimate and a Lucio beat drop, able to keep our team alive. I do believe that they're going to lose this team fight. That just means that they're going to have to push it all.
In the lead. We are in the lead. So
we have 3 minutes.
I think that's a good team. I mean, obviously no team fight is good to lose, but I think that's a good team fight to lose. They have to. We're going to lose forward spawn, and that's completely fine. Once you make it to the halfway point on each side, your team gets a forward spawn to make sure you don't have to run all the way from the back to the front of the map.
From one side to the other side.
So we're going to lose that, and that's always disappointing, but I think it's going to be okay. I think they swapped to Ramatra as this is a non-peeking moment, like I mentioned earlier. I think we just need to, they were playing careful behind that cover, really preventing them from doing what they want with that ultimate.
Looks like we have a Katsune rush coming through, able to keep our tank alive, but unfortunately our support and our DPS are going to go down from that Genji diving our back line. Josh, Death Star, able to get an elimination onto the Genji, but unfortunately just not going to be able to hold that point. I see Brassy in the chat being to get dirty.
Go watch.
Woo!
We got another follow from Serpy World. I think he's a Serpy sounds familiar. He's someone I can't remember.
I couldn't tell you. You know what? Thank you for the follow. It looks like we have a Soldier ultimate coming up from the top. Unfortunately, they blocked it with a Ramatra barrier. But you know, Sneaky Squid able to get a pick onto the Genji, and also get a pick onto the tank, and the rest of the team was just able to clean house and get a team wipe.
We did forget to say hi to Glup, Stanko, Drew, our dear friend Drew. We missed him earlier.
We missed
Glup
Stanko?
Yeah, we did.
No, my Rocket League caster!
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Drew!
There was some intense gameplay happening, and so it slipped my mind after the moment was over.
I'm so sorry!
Yeah, no, hi in late. Yeah, we're late. I'm sorry.
Man, but, you know, we have a beat drop coming down from Death Star, able to keep, you know, Cummins' teammates alive, providing that overhealth. But, you know, looks like the Genji was able to get a pick onto both our team, but, you know, that ultimate, that Rampage, able to bait out another ultimate from that Lucio. So they have to, oh, actually, is Pinsky able to get an elimination onto that Kiriko? I'm not exactly sure. He's holding that point. Because they have less than a minute to push it an additional 4 meters. So they're just going to have to hold this point.
I think we're going to need to Genji Blade and get in as fast as possible. I think this situation really calls for, like, not an ult dump, but we're going to need to get in and get some work done really fast.
I think so, too. 38 seconds left on the clock. And right now, they're trying to play real safe. So one team is just trying to get a pick onto another team so that they can really start that push, start that tempo going. Looks like the Ramatra is just dropped down half health already. The Genji trying to pop blade, get a pick on our supports. It looks like there's not able to get a pick onto our Soldier. We have a counter Genji Blade ultimate. Let's see if we can make it some work. Get the pick onto the Sojo. Is he able to look for the Lucio? He get a pick onto the Lucio. Now he just had to get the rest of the team. You know, he's just like holding fast, holding strong. We have a Genji, a Kiriko, and a Ramatra. He's just trying to stay alive for as long as he can so that his team can touch point. And he was able to get away. Amazing job by Zacharias. We have a Katsune Rush coming in from the our tide. The enemy team, I do believe. We have Carter, unfortunately not able to get a pick onto that Genji. He's like 1 HP. We have a Wrecking Ball coming out from Pinsky. He's able to stay alive. We have a counter Suzy Rush. Is able to slam down. He's able to slam down, but unfortunately not able to hold the point. And they lose this round to Howard CC Dragon.
Yeah. You know, that really sucks to see, but in those kind of situations, not too much you can do. But that does set the score at 1-3.
1-3, yes.
With Howard CC winning the match
this
tonight.
bout.
Yeah.
This is amazing by both teams. Many a good moments were in
Incredible
this game. It was awesome to commentate. I see that we have another subscription from Serpy World. Thank you so much. We have a first-time chatter also from Serpy World. And man, I've accidentally followed on my alt account. For real. Get dirty. Go wash. Woo!
We got Mr. Garth Brooks. Zacharias is going off. Yes, he is.
Glup Stanko saying his birthday is March 14th. I do remember that. March 14th.
I haven't talked to the man enough to know that, so it's okay that I don't. I know that now, though. And let's go, lads. The Arcane Warlock redeemed. Get dirty.
Get dirty. Go wash. Woo! Woo!
You know, okay, so what's a hype train?
Hype train, so I think like once you get a subscription, you know, or like they start like donating, it like starts to build up hype, and then like people like can like progress it by donating more subs, gifts, and bits.
Okay, I did not know that. That was like that scared me. Like so much stuff was going on.
Oh, it was like
I do want to say I lost it.
You lost track, but you know what I didn't lose?
Chance sub with Prime. Thank you, Chance.
Thank you.
My roommate. Yeah, plays on Smash, which you can watch tomorrow,
I do believe. Yes.
Tomorrow, yeah.
But you know, I'm feeling like we're forgetting something. You know, that there's some very important people.
There's always important people, and I think you mean our sponsors.
Let's take a look at our sponsors, baby. Oh yes, sir. You know, there it is. Yeah.
Okay, so starting off, we have Sporting Next Level. Of course, taking your gaming, your sporting to the very next level.
Yes, sir.
Getting even better than before. Next up, Colonial Internal Medicine Associates. What's wrong? Feeling a little sick?
I'm not feeling. I got a little chest cold.
Feeling a little under the weather? Well,
where
just
can I
head
go?
on down to Colonial Internal Medicine Associates. They'll patch you right up, get you fixed up, feeling better, getting ready for game day.
And speaking of game day, I do believe, on March 2nd, there's going to be a pretty big game day at the Fred Nat Stadium.
Yes, Super Smash Bros. High School Showcase, March 2nd at the Fred Nat Studio. Don't forget to check out Fred Nats in general, though. They
A local minor league baseball team.
Absolute great gameplay. I love to go down and watch a good game of baseball.
Yeah, thank you so much to our sponsors. And I think with that, the stream comes to an end.
Sadly. Yeah, sadly,
it was nice
we
casting
must
with you
part
again,
ways.
my friend. I can't wait to see you next week, because we just don't exist until we're sitting down in this chair.
Once we go away on this screen, we're gone.
We're gone, poof, vanished.
Existence is scary.
Completely wild. But, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next Tuesday for Overwatch.
Yeah, no, thank you. We'll see you then. Have a nice night.
Farewell.